What do we should Timus here? Looks like Blumhouse has set a new TV project here. According to a deadline, it has been reported that Blumhouse Television has won the rights for this upcoming series adaptation of The Quiet Tenant, which is a debut novel by Clémence Michallon. Uh, it is set to be adapted for the small screen by Blumhouse Television. The thing about Pan Producer has closed the rights for an adaptation and is developing the book, which was recently described by the New York Times as a uh, expertly paced psychological thriller. It is that you actually be a limited series, so there's that. The Quiet Tenant was published this month in the U.S. and is a thriller about Sergio, narrated by those closest to him, his 13-year-old daughter, his girlfriend, and the captive victim. He has he has earmarked for death. Oh, and the captive victim he has earmarked for death. Holy cow, that sounds cool right there. In the book, Aiden Thomas is a hardworking family man and a somewhat beloved figure in a small upstate town where he lives. He's the kind of man who always lends a hand and has a good word for everyone. But Aiden has a dark secret he's been keeping from everyone in town and those closest to him. He's a kidnapper and a local serial killer. Aiden has murdered 8 women, and there's a knife he has earmarked for death named Rachel, who's imprisoned in the backyard shed, fearing for her life. When Aiden's wife dies, he and his 13-year-old daughter, Cecilia, are forced to move. Aiden has no choice but to bring Rachel along, introducing her to Cecilia as a family friend who needs a place to stay. Dang. Aiden is battling on Rachel after 5 years of captivity, being too brainwashed and fearful to attempt to escape. But Rachel is a fighter and a survivor, but recognizes Cecilia might be the lifeline she has waited for all these years. As Rachel tests the boundaries of her new living situation, she begins to form tenuous connections with Cecilia. And when Emily, a local restaurant owner, develops a crush on the handsome widower, she finds herself drawn into Rachel and Cecilia's orbit, coming dangerously close to discovering Aiden's secret. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds cool. Obviously, I never read the book because I'm not much of a book reader, but I love the sound of that. It sounds very nuts, but sounds intriguing. Now, one else TV has been getting into the TV big business. Of course, they have the new TV show coming to Amazon called The Horrors of Roach. That looks really good, by the way. Um, of course, they recently put out NBC's series, Renee Zellweger's series, The Thing About Pam, which was pretty decent. Blumhouse also worked on HBO Sharp Objects, The Good Lord Bird. So it has some. They've obviously Blumhouse is more best known for movies like The Purge and Halloween and stuff, but they've been putting out some interesting TV content. So hopefully this can be interesting. Now, nowhere on where it's going to end up on. Nowhere on it's going to end up on Netflix, Apple, Hulu. I can totally see this maybe ending up on Hulu. This definitely sounds like a show that Hulu will pick up, but it could easily go to Apple. Who knows? Let me let you guys. What are your thoughts on the sounding of the Good Tenant? Or The Quiet Tenant. Do you like the sound of it? Ever read or even heard the book is based on? Oh, are you interested to check out the series whenever it premieres? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Sammy Sion.